Hi, Irene.
Hi, Ariel.
You seem a little under the weather. What's wrong?
My car broke down again, and I ended up coming by bus. I had just picked it up from the mechanic a few days ago, but the repair didn't hold up. Can you believe it? The car engine gave out again. I can't rely on my car any longer to get me where I need to go. It just wears me out.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I really need to buy a new car. I started putting aside money every week. I earn money freelancing online in my free time.
Wow, that sounds great.
But I can't keep up with my studies this way, and I always fall behind. I have to catch up on my classes all the time. As soon as I buy the car, I'll give up the job and focus on my studies. Hey, Lisa and I are going to a concert next weekend, and I have an extra ticket. Would you like to come along?
I'm afraid I can't. I'm flying out to Canada next weekend for a cousin's wedding.
Really? You're not afraid of flying anymore?
Of course I am. I'm freaking out just thinking about flying. But I'm trying to get over my fear. I'm not going to run away from it any longer. I've decided to step out of my comfort zone. Fear is not going to hold me back from now on, not anymore. I just don't want to miss out on the chance to do so many wonderful things just because of my fears. I'm now ready to take on a new challenge.
That's a great idea. Yes, go for it. Open yourself up to new experiences. You're going with Brian, right?
I'm going with my sister. Brian and I split up a while ago. I'm the one who decided to break things off with him.
I really didn't know that. But you had been going out with him for so long. Isn't there any chance for you to get back together?
No, it's over between us. He let me down. I used to think he was my soulmate. We couldn't keep away from each other. But our relationship started to fall apart gradually. He turned out to be very selfish and rude. He began to think that the world was revolving around him. He was obsessed to stand out wherever he went. I am exactly the opposite. I prefer to blend into the crowd. He was showing off most of the time, trying to make a really big impression on everyone. He began to look down on people and laugh at them easily. Not even I could ever measure up to his expectations. That's how he made me feel. We started to get into fights pretty often. We were fighting over small things. He was getting down on me more and more for the way I dress or talk. Usually I was the one to give in. I couldn't put up with his behavior anymore. I felt so unhappy. Most days, I would just put on a happy face, pretending everything was fine. We didn't seem to have as much in common anymore, and we began to grow apart slowly. What originally brought us together was our love for music. He was playing the guitar in a band. He used to be so charming, and he could win everyone over. So it was easy for me to fall for him. When he first asked me out for a date, I was on cloud 9. But he became very successful, and that brought about this change. So our love story started out great, but ended up horrible. I couldn't just sit around and wait for him to come to his senses. I couldn't wait around forever. Enough is enough, and I'm not going to stand for it. So it's all over. Now I'm picking myself up and I'm moving on.
You did the right thing. It isn't fair to yourself to stick around in a relationship that makes you unhappy. You should never let anyone put you down and disrespect you. This goes against everything I've been brought up to believe in. Brian should grow up and learn to respect people. Nothing can knock you down. You are a strong girl. An exciting future lies ahead of you.
You're such a wonderful friend. Thanks for boosting me up. It's great to know that I can always rely on you.
I'm glad you opened up to me about your problems. Anyway, you've blown me away with this news. I thought you were the perfect couple.
Well, things aren't always what they seem. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hi, Lucy. Thanks for coming over. You're looking great. Come on in.
Hi, Melanie. Sorry for turning up so late.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Welcome to my apartment.
It looks amazing. Thanks for inviting me over. I love the furniture.
The furniture was here when I moved in. Sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Thanks.
Would you like something to drink? I have Diet Coke, fruit juice, and coffee.
A Diet Coke, please. So, please tell me, how are you getting on with your life as a college student?
Well, in the beginning, it was hard for me to fit in. I grew up in a small town. I was not used to living in a big city. I didn't even have any friends, and I felt pretty lonely. It was hard for me to hang in there. But things have changed for the better. I finally made a few good friends to hang out with.
That's great to hear. What's a typical day in your life like?
Well, I wake up at 7 a.m. I go to the bathroom, wash my face, and brush my teeth. I work out every morning. I can't do without it. Before exercising, I usually like to warm up by doing stretches. Then I take a shower. And after that, I have breakfast. Next, I write down my to-do list for the day. I always plan my day ahead. I have a strict schedule, and I do my best to stick to it. Then I check the weather because I like to be prepared for the day. And pick out the right outfit. Before I leave, I put on my makeup. My classes usually start at 9.
How many meals do you have a day?
I have 5 or 6 light meals a day. I've noticed that 3 heavy meals a day generally weigh me down. So I try to eat less and more often. I have more energy this way, and I can concentrate much better. Whenever possible, I try to squeeze in 15 to 30 minutes of exercise in the afternoon. Exercising helps me calm down when I'm stressed, and it doesn't take up too much of my time.
When do you usually get home?
It depends on the day, but typically I get home at around 6 p.m. I have dinner a little later. Then I lie down for a few minutes and scroll down social media on my phone. Next, I study for a few hours. Then I watch TV. I try to stay away from negative news. I usually go for comedies. Before going to bed, I fill in my journal and reflect on the day. My journal helps me with my emotions and thoughts. It also helps me to set goals. I plan on taking a French course this year. That's my new goal. I love to learn and try out new things all the time. I just want to point out that a journal is really helpful.
Yeah, I see. Maybe I should keep a journal too. I have many goals that I'd like to achieve. I want to sign for a gym membership, but I just keep putting it off. I never actually get around to ever doing it. I plan on keeping a diet and cutting down on sweets, but I never make it. I need something sweet every day to help me get through busy days. To sum it all up, I think I'm a mess.
Just stick to your goals and don't give up. Your effort will finally pay off.
What do you usually do in your free time?
Sometimes I sleep in on weekends when I'm tired. I like to go out and catch up on friends and family. What about you? You're in the third year, right? What's your day like?
My schedule always runs over no matter how organized I am. I get up pretty late, about 9 a.m. My chaotic morning messes up the rest of the day. I wish I could wake up earlier, but sleep is holding me back each morning. I go to bed very late, at about 1 a.m. I haven't been able to change this yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm sure you'll finally make it.
I have a very busy schedule, that's why I never show up on time anywhere. The problem is that I've taken up a part-time job at the mall, so I go to work every day after classes. There's just too much going on in my life right now. I'm not great at dealing with stress.
Maybe you need to slow down and cut back on some activities. Otherwise, you'll burn yourself out.
You're perfectly right. I'll drop a few activities and set aside a time for rest. Do you want to come around on Saturday night? I'm throwing a party.
I'm not sure about that. You know I'm not into parties.
Please don't turn me down. We'll have a great time.
Okay, then, if it's so important to you, I'll try to come.
Great! I'm looking forward to it.
Do I need to dress up?
No, you can wear casual clothes. I have to go now. I don't want to take up any more of your time. And I have to get down to studying.